Hello and welcome to this Wiltshire Caravans handover video for this Bailey Phoenix GT75. This is the, I can't remember what the number is now, 420. Right, okay, so as usual, we're going to start at the back. So very straightforward, really nice simple caravan. So you've got your light clusters, so you've got your reversing lights, fog lights, indicators, running lights and brake lights. Corner steadies, of course, and a place for your number plate. Grab handles each side. Nice lightweight caravan, so you can manoeuvre this around quite straightforwardly. It's not overly difficult. However, I know that this one's got motor movers fitted, but that's a different video altogether. So coming around to the offside, first thing, the important thing, the toilet cassette. So it's got the usual reservoir. So that was where you either put your pink fluid in and dilute it with water, or just straight water. It's entirely up to you. The only reason I say that is if you have too much of a concentrated level of pink fluid, it can jam up the impeller, so it makes it very difficult for it to flush. To fill it up, I just used to use an old 2-litre pop bottle, fill it up with water. When I used to use the pink stuff, I used to put about that much in the bottle, then in it goes. You'll know when it needs refilling because there's a light that comes. No, don't, because when you flush it, nothing happens. No rinse. I've already undone these. So this is the toilet cassette, the favourite part of everyone's job. Now this particular caravan has got a very unusual locker for that. Normally they're quite small and they can only fit the cassette in. This is a nice deep locker. Okay, so you'll know when it needs emptying because there's a light that comes on inside the by the flush button. To take it out, lift that up and just pull it towards you. You can take it away like a trolley dolly going on holiday. Take it to the area you need to empty out. That goes forward. Take the lid off, put it somewhere safe. I'm going to put it back on just for the purpose, because obviously I'm just going to pour it out in a minute. Lift it forward and press that to release any pressure, air pressure. That will help your flavour flood out. Now at that point you'll want to rinse out the cassette, pull that flap, open that up. Bit of the hose pipe will be there by the shall we say the receptacle. Bit of water in there, close that up. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Take that off, obviously, and repeat the process. Then you'll want to put a bit of blue or green, depending on what fluid you're going to use. These have got little markings on of how much to put in. Please check for the bottle of the fluid you're using. And you can either put it straight in there or in there, entirely up to you. And it's also entirely up to you whether you dilute it with water at all. I always used to know I was going to dilute it fairly quickly anyway, so I never bothered. Then that just literally slides back in and clips in. Particularly this time of year, now it's the 1st of October, you want to make sure, before any frosts come, that your reservoir is empty. In this particular one, there is a pipe on the side. Literally have a bucket, open up, make sure everything comes out. You don't want any fluids in here over the winter time when it's going to get frosty and cold. Clear as mud. Excellent. One thing I must warn, when you're going to take, if you're trying to take the cassette out and it's quite a strong resistance, chances are you've left the flap open in the toilet. Make sure you go and close that before you try to heave the cassette out, otherwise you might damage it. Moving a little bit along, so we've got the area for the gas bottles. You can take 2 6-kilogram gas bottles in here. I mean, I've got in here at the moment, I've got the water pump and the electric lead, but you've got an area, yeah, you can put 2 gas bottles in there. Also other information, CRIS number on the VIN chip, the weight on there as well. I'm going to go back in there in a minute, so I'm not going to close it right up. 2 waste outlets, so therefore the your 2 sinks, so kitchen and bathroom, and for the shower. Wheels are torqued up to 130 Newton meters. Being a Bailey, there is a special wheel nut that's already that will be provided in the pack. This is the exhaust port, so it's the Truma system in here for hot water and heating. If you're using gas, that's the exhaust port. Separate video completely for the motor mover, which I'll get to, I'll send through. Water. So to get water inside the caravan, there's no internal tank or anything, so we have an aqua roll. This is the end that goes into the aqua roll. This is the end that goes into the caravan. Just push that in and click it down. Very, very straightforward. This basically goes over the where the lid is, the lid is, just so no dirt goes into your aqua roll. And when refilling, just clip that in there. Again, very straightforward. Electric hookup input. Can't really say a lot about that, to be fair. That's just the hookup. Come around to the front. Again, grab handles again. It's running on the Alco chassis. We have added ATC to this one. ATC being Alco trailer control. So there's a sensor underneath the chassis. So if the caravan should start to move about a bit, it just dabs the brakes onto to stabilize everything. Hopefully the only time you notice it is when you go over a speed hump. It might feel a little bit heavy for a couple of seconds. So over to the near side, again, corner steady. Access locker underneath the front bench. This one's where the spare wheel is. And you've also got access to your consumer unit, the PDU, which you can also get to from inside. Also here, that's the where we put the isolator for the motor mover. Again, like I said, it's a separate video. Not overly important at the moment. Freezer and fridge vents. Here's the weight plate information. So currently massive running order is 1025 and the maximum plated weight is 1142. So that gives you around about 118 kilograms. However, don't forget you've already got 32 kilos of motor mover on there. And pretty much that's it. It's a nice straightforward caravan. I like this caravan because it is very, while straightforward and it's small, it's compact, it's got everything you need in a caravan. So come with me, we'll have a look around. As you can see, it's a two-berth caravan. Benches there, so you could use it as, you could use them as single beds, or you can bring the slats out, comes all the way back, so you can then make that into a large double bed, to be fair, belying the size of the caravan. Rear bathroom, and again, it's one of those, after you, young man, you want it, you pop in. It's one of these caravans that it's got everything, and it's surprisingly roomy for such a small van. But we're going to go through now, just show you the basics and how everything works. So, control panel just above the door. You've got, well, let's just turn everything off for the moment. Very straightforward. Power, that's your master switch. Power on. Should come on whether you're hooked up or not. If you're hooked up and nothing happens, check your PDU, your consumer unit that I showed you. Actually, if I show you under here, you might need to just step behind Dan, to be fair. Dan's my cameraman today. That's the PDU. If you turn the power on and nothing happens, there's a button here. It's a test button. I might need to hold that. If I hold the, let me grab the camera a minute. So there's a test button here, and they do say to check them regularly. See the blue button above? Press that. If that goes down, that means there is power coming into the caravan. So whatever the problem might be, it's not lack of power into the van. So going back in. So yeah, power on there. If you've left any lights switches on, lights will come on automatically. But main lights on or off, awning light, and your water pump. Once you've got that barrel full of water, Pump on. You could possibly hear it, probably not though. I'm not going to let it run too much because it'll run dry. This will just tell you basic power of the battery. That doesn't do anything, which is a bit bizarre. So when I've told you about water and how to bring it in, we'll also need to empty the caravan of water, particularly now winter time. So you'll need to drain it down. So to drain it down, under here, it's actually really quite straightforward to get to as well. Under here, you can just about see there, yellow tap. That yellow tap in that position, in the vertical position, has let all water out of here. Make sure your taps are open as well. That way you'll have no water in here at all. Before you're going to use the caravan, make sure you close that drain down tap. You will do it at least once where you don't do that. You'll open your taps and you'll think, well, nothing's happening. And then you'll find out every drop of water you've put into that aqua roll has gone straight bypass straight onto the floor outside. Again, a very straightforward way of using the caravan. Easy access, happy days. Another reason why I absolutely love this little caravan. So control wise, yeah, right, we're in the UK. So heating and hot water, always very important. The system's the Truba system. This is the system here. This is the control panel here, I should say. Let me just turn it off for a minute. Keep that pressed in. And then you see it set off. Turn it on. It's a rotary dial, but just turn it on, press it in. And it will come on, okay? Press once and you'll get this screen. The first thing that's flashing is a little motorhome. Basically, this is for how hot do you want, for the temperature of the caravan, for the heating. Click again, and at the moment, the heating's off. You can have it 5 degrees, 6 degrees, all the way up to 30 degrees. Very, very easy to do, okay? That sign there, that little flame, if I turn this up to 30, press it, eventually that'll start flashing when I put it onto electric. Well, I'll show you that in a minute. To move it across to the hot water, oh, I didn't do it quickly enough. Just one turn, press. Currently the hot water is off. You can see now, that's starting to move, starting to flash. Hot water is off. The hot water can be on eco, hot or boost. Either way, I'm not going to do that now because we've got no water in there. But the hot water is hot. Eco, it's not too bad, but if you put it onto hot or boost, the water is very hot, be aware. Move across. What fuel are we going to use? So the options are, it's defaulted to gas. Well, we've got no gas connected, so nothing's actually going to happen. You've got mix 1, so that's gas and electric. Mix 2, gas and more electric. Electric 1, electric 2. So electric 2 being the most electric power you can have. If we want to select that, select it. That means we're now on electric to use the hot water and the heating. Little fan there. So you've got 2 speeds of the fan, eco and high. So basically on eco it'll circulate but not overly quickly, and it's come up with an error. That's good news. So there, that error message was because it was trying to boot up on gas when we need electric. We've got no gas in here at the moment, so that's why that error came up. Anyway, that's what I said, the fan, so you've got eco or high. That's the timer, so if you want to set a timer for the hot water and the heating, that's to set the clock. This is your back button, by the way. And then you've got settings, so you've got offset. Now the offset, so if you say you've set the temperature for 20 degrees and you have a thermometer in here and it's actually 24, you could set the offset -4. So that way you're going to be in the right ballpark. Oh yes, I do know what I'm talking about. You've also got temperature. Do you want it in centigrade or Fahrenheit? How bright do you want this screen? Probably around about there, because at night it would be quite bright if it stays on. Do you want a 12-hour or 24-hour clock? What language do you want? I'll leave it on English, I think it'd be best. Index, like I say, You won't need to worry about that. And a reset. You shouldn't need to do that, but if you get into trouble with everything and give us a call and we put you through to our workshop, or we speak to the workshop on your behalf and they say you better do a reset, then we'll tell you to do a reset. Clear as mud? Don't forget, if you're not quite 100% sure, give us a call. We can always go through this for you. But to turn everything off, press and hold that rotary key and eventually it will say off. Very, very straightforward. Right, coming around the caravan, what do we need to show you? Well, you might as well, while we're over in the kitchen side. Again, I know I've been banging on about how good I think this caravan is. Simple things like soft clothes. I mean, I think it's a lovely caravan. Cooker, yes, it's got one. So this cooker has also got this extra little worktop area. But the cooker's got 4 gas burners and it's got a separate grill and oven, which don't look like they've had any use whatsoever. I don't think this cooker has been used at all. Microwave, so it's got a microwave. No plate, so it's no revolving plate in it. So it's the so don't put your hand on that after you've used the microwave, please, because that will be a little bit on the warm side. Fridge, yep, got a fridge here. It's all good. Oh, I forgot to mention. Look what we got here. Sonos. We've got a sound bar. Not connected. It's a Bluetooth sound bar. It doesn't have a radio in here, but it does have that, so you can connect your phone up via Bluetooth. There is a lead for it, which is where did I put that? I think I should put that in that drawer. Saying that, you're right there, Dan. You having fun with your phone? Oh, I put it somewhere. I'll find it. Don't worry. Anyway, the fridge. So, Dometic fridge. Currently on at the moment. It's got the travel locks on it, which is really good. It's got a nice little freezer compartment as well. Not a bad size, to be fair, especially for a 2-berth caravan. Operational, right, so you've got options of on electric. They go change the mode to auto, which will then default to electric. If we unplugged the electric, left this on, then plug the car in, as long as the car is correctly set up, it would default over to there. At that point, oh no, it's going to beep because we've not got a car attached. It will work on gas. Again, in a minute it would start beeping if I left it. I'm just going to change it over. So when I say showing the battery, that's the car alternator. So that will maintain the temperature of your freezer whilst you travel, as long as the fridge is cold in the first place. If it's not cold in the first place, doesn't work. It won't go from a standing start in effect. It will maintain a temperature, it won't cool it right down. Changing temperature on the, very simple, press the thermometer. It's a good idea to put them, if you've got gas, just to put it onto gas every now and then, just to set it up. Put it onto gas, and when it starts beeping, that will come up. That's your reset, basically. Simple as that. To turn this off, that's your power button. Press it twice. Once, a short one, then press and hold. That will turn it off. And then just push down and hold it to turn it on in the first place. Again, very straightforward, very effective. The rest of it is just caravans, as in you've got 12-volt socket, you've got a TV point there, 230-volt socket there. You've got a wireless charger. It's also got 2 USBs in there. These are your lights for individual lights around. These are individual lights, little buttons on those. Again, you've got a USB socket, or port I should say. You've also got a USB port this side, another light. This table just pulls out for your cup of tea in the morning, or a glass of wine at night, or a bucket of wine, whatever you decide. Got your TV aerial here, so when you get on site, if you want to plug your TV in, undo that nut, push the shaft up in the air, turn it around to whatever direction the rest of the world have got their TV aerials facing, keep it up, tighten up the nut again. You do have a pitch control as well, but at that point, just retune your television. Your amplifier is up here, all the bits are plugged in already, shouldn't need to do anything with that. Blackout blinds and fly screens. This one's slightly different. You've got the concertina, You've also got a concertina from the bottom, so you've got blackouts all around. The rest of them are like these, so you've got fly screens, blackout blinds. I'll look at that in a minute. But make sure when you're releasing them to hold on to them. Don't let them just go because they'll just spin up in effect. What else have we got in here? We've got this skylight. So press that button in, pull it back. Actually, that's quite a nice breeze, but I'm not going to keep it going. Push it in. You've got fly screen, blackout blind. Pretty much that's most of the things in here. You have got a standalone table, which is placed here nicely out the way. You just literally open that up, bring the table out. In the bathroom, it's a bit of a squeeze for two, to be fair, but you've got a reasonable sized wardrobe. That's where the reservoir is, I was saying, for the toilet flush. To flush the toilet, that's press that button. That's the light that comes on when the toilet cassette requires emptying. Yes, it does slide around. You don't have to have your knees pressed against there. This is the flap I was talking about. So you want to make sure that is closed before you try to empty, to take the cassette out. Obviously it's got a horrible picture in here. Sink, full size shower, nice size shower. And you've got these dinky little like heckies in here. Dinky but effective. And make sure that the, do you want me to grab that? Thank you. Make sure that you, when travelling, have the strap on the shower. Not words I expected to say today in a caravan. Pretty much, there's not really a lot else to say about it. I love this little caravan. It's brilliant. If you do enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is probably where you're watching this. If you want to ask any questions, feel free to do so. Give us a call on 01373 752 100, option 1. You can email us, sales@wiltshirecaravans.co.uk. You can come and see us. We love it when people come to see us at 36 Headquarters Road on the West Wilts Trading Estate, Westbury, and that's BA134JR. Like I say, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok. Some of the videos on TikTok are very funny, but don't take them too seriously, particularly the one that's got nearly 3 million views, which is remarkable. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I'll do the full handover with, we do that with the customer when they come in to collect. But that is this Bailey Phoenix GT75 420, 2024 vintage. And it's lovely. Thanks for your time. See you again.